this is a great and hopeful turnout here today. I think this is the largest group of people we've seen at one of these canvas rallies. As Bob and I you know why it is. We've got candidates who inspire you to do that, and it's my great honor to be here today with the array of candidates here before you. And again, it's important to keep in mind that everybody who is running on that Democratic line deserves your support equally, starting with 1A for the governor and lieutenant governor. Everyone knows that they deserve the biggest re-election landslide possible because of the achievements of their leadership in the state. And Senator Blumenthal, of course, is a national leader and a national treasure. Congresswoman Hayes has done tremendous work in her 2 terms. Remember 4A on the ballot. 4A, Julie Kushner. It was my great honor to appoint Julie as the chair of the Labor and Public Employees Committee 4 years ago when she was first elected, because I fully expected her to do great things, and she has exceeded even those great expectations, because what she has done in terms of paid family and medical leave, and also in terms of raising the minimum wage to $15 an hour with indexing that will take place after that, the captive audience bill, so many other things. Julie has been a voice for those who need the assistance of government. I remember she said after we passed the paid family and medical leave bill and the minimum wage, she said that in all her years as an advocate, a successful advocate in labor and contracts, that in passing those bills she was able to benefit more people. And that was 2 pieces of legislation that she had been in all the years that she had done negotiations on behalf of various unions over time. So the legislature really matters. What you can do in the General Assembly is critically important. And we had a state senator last year at the end of the session, Senator Sampson, who got up on the floor and said that he looked forward to the day when the people of Connecticut would not have to pay any attention at all to what we did in Hartford, that our powers would be so limited that it wouldn't even matter. You know, he is of the school, the Norquist school, that said, I want government to be so small that I can strangle it in the bathtub. And that's what the Republicans increasingly are like. And what we have to remember in this election, that it's not a conventional Democrats versus Republican election. It's Democrats against people who no longer believe in democracy. That's why it is so critical, and that's why we have to fight so hard. That our majority leader, our great majority leader, and I have been traveling all over the state with that message of urgency. And then, of course, all of your state reps do have great state reps in Danbury. Bob Godfrey's been in the General Assembly almost as long as I have, and it's been you have a wonderful working crew, wonderful group of Democrats in Danbury. Then, of course, all of our constitutional officers. And, of course, you can see by ballot position, we in the General Assembly decide ballot position, so we come ahead of the constitutional officers.
Coattails better work.
Right. Except for governor and lieutenant governor. Obviously, they're in the first position. But then 2 and 3, the federal office holders, state senate 4, state reps 5 through 6 through 9 are the other constitutional officers, and your probate judge number 10. So remember
That's the ballot question.
That's me. And the ballot question. And it's important to realize that ballot question is critically important, because we are one of only 4 states that does not have early voting. So it's important for us to realize in this time of crisis, we never know when a group like the January 6th group may decide to attack Democratic polling places to slow down voting and eliminate votes in Election Day. Early voting, to some extent, is a protection against that. So if early voting is dispersed somewhat, and it's not everything riding just on November 8th, and there are other opportunities, we can protect ourselves. And that's part of the message. It's unfortunate, but that needs to be part of the messages as well. So this is so critical. 10 days left, so much to do, but there is reason to hope, I think, that people of goodwill will recognize that we are on the right side here. And again, thank you all so much for what you're all doing and will do for the next 10 days for all of us.